over the weeks, I've talked about the restaurant scene in McMinnville, and I've trashed it. I've trashed the restaurant scene in McMinnville, and but me and Hannah, we came up with an assessment of the restaurant scene that Tammy's is the best restaurant in town, and Tammy's has it going on.
I'll do you one better. Tammy's is the best diner this side of America.
Tammy's, it really has it going on. The food is good. It feels like they make real burgers. It feels like they really patty the burgers. They're not some perfectly circled frozen burger. It feels like they really get after it.
They crumble a bit, but you don't mind because it's good.
I want a burger that crumbles a little bit because it means it's real.
Yeah, it's not being held together by microplastics.
Yeah, exactly. And I like Tammy's. And then there's also complete contrast to Tammy's is a place called Juicy's. And they do juice and a whole vegetarian menu. And it's really great. I got this thing called a loaded veggie wrap. It's just a wrap with carrots, cabbage, cucumber, avocado, and then some kind of, I don't know, vegan mayonnaise.
Yeah.
And it's delicious.
Yeah.
And I guess there's some sort of lettuce in there too. But I had 3 of those over this. I mean, it is delicious.
The thing about vegan is when they do it right, they really pay attention to texture.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate about the vegan food artistry out here. And that's what that Juicy's does. They understand that, okay, we don't got meat. We don't have the traditional stuff. So we need texture in here. It can't all be leafy.
I hate when a place is like, we're not going to do meat. And then they're like, but we're going to do meat-flavored vegetables. I'm like, don't try to do me like that. Like, and I've heard a lot of vegetarians complain about that this Impossible meat, like somewhere they used to go, they would be able to get a black bean burger. Now every menu has Impossible meat on it. And they're like, I don't want that. I don't want a vegetarian burger that tastes like meat. Yeah. I'm looking for a bean burger. You know, we were making lentil burgers for a little bit when we lived in West Nashville. We were making those at the West 46. We were making lentil burgers.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, we didn't do it for a long time, but we did it a little bit.
Okay, so we did it like once?
2 or 3 times.
Okay.
But yeah, we would cook the lentils, and then you kind of smash them together like a patty.
Yeah.
And then you cook it on the grill or the a hot pan.
Okay.
And sear both sides. Then put it on a bun with lettuce, tomato, mustard. Very good.
Because, you know, the only memory I have with me and you and lentils is a bad one.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
That's about one of the worst situations me and you have ever found ourselves in.
Well, you think that because you refuse to accept that it was a disgusting meal.
I'll say this. I will never cook lentils for you again.
Never like that. Please don't.
But I will admit, this recipe, it was some sort of Middle Eastern recipe that I found on Pinterest. And, you know, I had suspicions about it going in because I'm not kidding you. It called for like 14 onions. Whole onions. 14. I'm not exaggerating. This recipe was onions heavy. And I cooked these onions. And it's just, I kept cooking them. And then I cooked the lentils. And then I threw the lentils in with the onions. I'm like, this seems like a lot of onions. And then it called for like a cup of cumin. And that was it, man. Cumin, onions, and lentils. I'm like, this is wild.
And Hannah's a great cook. But this thing that she put together that day was one of the worst things I've ever tasted. And we sat down to eat it, and I was like, oh, this is not good. And then I was like, I'm going to need to get something to eat. And Hannah goes, you're full. I'm full. You're full. And I got irate.
Yeah, you did.
I got irate at the not about the meal being gross, but the idea that she admitted that it was gross. She admitted that none of us wanted to eat it, but she was like, "You're full," and I'm like, "No, I'm starving."
I mean, you ate a lot though, and I was like, I don't know. You got to be pretty full after eating a lot of that.
I left. And I went to.
You took our child with us and you left.
Yeah, and I went to whatever that Mediterranean
salad chick.
Mediterranean place.
You went to chicken salad chick.
No, I went to that Tzatziki's as well.
Oh yeah, Tzatziki's.